We are on the main street in Kiev. I can't remember what it's called. Starts with a K. Krishchatek. Spasiba. This is old architecture. It's probably pre-communist. Very beautiful. Очень красивая. It's about 10:30 in the morning. Very nice buildings. About 95% of the signs are in the Ukrainian language, but in terms of on the streets, about half the people speak Ukrainian, half of them are speaking Russian, so I just speak in Russian with them, which they're more than happy to speak with me, although there's a lot of anti-Russian language propaganda coming from the government. But it's not like they can snuff it all out in a few years. Oh well, it helps me anyway. Helps me get around. We are in Kiev, Pecheska Lavra Monastery in Kiev. You can see Kiev here. There's a car going by. This is a monastery. It is larger than the Vatican, according to the tour guide. 20 churches active. We just looked at a nice one over there, and it's quite the place here in Kiev. There's a lot of monks walking around and a lot of people here. It's very nice. I bought some icons. Pope Clement I, who's buried here, amazing. And it's quite the place here. Oh man, it's late out here. I love this place. I've been out late every night here, and it's such an incredible country. Tomorrow we're going somewhere really special, and it's going to be quite an experience, but I'm just not thinking about that for now. I'm just walking around, enjoying this amazing city, capital of this amazing country. I absolutely love this place. So much history. This city is 1,500 years old. I was born in a city about 120 years old. This city has history, and I love it. Hello, I am in Warwarivka in the Ukraine. It's about 20 miles north of Novograd-Volhynsky. You can find that on a map. You can't find this on a map. And this is a town my grandma was born in, my dad's mom. And it's a little farming community here in northern Ukraine. There's a little shrine there. There's an old school. It's probably from the communist era. There's a farmer there on his buggy, his horse and buggy. And there's a few other homes. And the best kept building here is the church. It's the local Orthodox church. There's a well over there. And it's quite a nice little town. I'm happy to have been here 100 years ago. This is where my ancestors were, in this tiny little town in Ukraine. Well, we are at the beach. We're like on a boardwalk here, but the beach is out there. You can't really see it with all the You can see it a bit through there. It's a really nice city. A lot of monuments in this city. Obviously, people coming down to enjoy the beach. And voila, we have the beach. I was there earlier. I've officially stuck my feet in the Black Sea. And no, it's quite the sea. A lot of sailboats out there. It's quite the place. Hello, I'm on Alexandrovsky Prospect in Odessa. And there's a little boulevard here, and there are horses. Horses. Just look. That are just roaming around freely. This is insane. I have no idea what this is. There's a little horse. I don't know if they're supposed to be here or what. I've never seen anything like this before in my life. They're just sitting around, just eating. Wow. Wow. Oh, ladies gathering the horses. Her third horse is over there. Yeah, she's gathering her horses. Weird. I've never seen this anywhere in my life. We are in Transnistria. It's a self-declared state, which is part of, quote-unquote, part of Moldova. Self-declared autonomous region. It's a poorer country, but we're on our way to Moldova, and yeah, we'll see how it is. So I'm in Chisinau, capital of Moldova, and this morning we woke up in Odessa, and we made for Chisinau. Then we hit the border with Moldova, or what we thought was Moldova. And then we found out that it's not Moldova, it's a country called Transnistria. And this country is, it's a self-declared country. A UN does not recognize this country. It says it's part of Moldova. And this country is only recognized by 3 other countries in the world. And they are South Ossetia in Russia, some part that wants to break away from Armenia, and some part that wants to break away from Georgia. So we crossed the border to Transnistria, and we think we're in Moldova. And we asked to buy a vignette to use the roads, like we do in every country. And so we go and ask the people there, and they say, oh no, you don't need that here, this is Transnistria, you only need it in Moldova. So we keep driving through farmland, and then through about half an hour, 45 minutes, we get to the border. It's a very tiny country, quote-unquote country. You can go search it on Google. It's just a tiny little sliver in the south of Moldova. So we get to the border eventually, which is the border between Transnistria and Moldova. And we're crossing the border, and they call my dad out, and they take him to this building, and close the door and essentially shake him down for cash. They say he didn't have a vignette, and you need a vignette to travel in Transnistria. And so they tried to charge him 100 euros. He told them no. And they said, oh, we'll try to get it down. So he calls up his friend, supposedly, who knows if this friend even existed, and he supposedly got him down to 50 euros. And my dad just paid the 50 euros. And then they took him into a separate room, and then a guy just asked for money. He doesn't even try to invent some lie. And so my dad gave him 20 euros. And so, yeah, it was essentially extortion at the border of this fake country. But now we're in Moldova, in Chisinau. There's a cathedral. It's a nice building. And this country, I like this country. It's a nice, quaint country. I'm staying in a hotel here downtown. And, no, this is kind of like the square. And, there's some buildings over there. Looks like an old communist era building. But there's this beautiful park here in the center of the town. There's a bell tower where they ring the bell when it's time for these Moldovans to go to church. And, you know, it's a very quaint country. I like it. I like it a lot better than that fake, pathetic excuse for a country only recognized by 3 other quote-unquote countries, Transnistria. So that was my adventures for today. And yeah. So, yeah, I'm in Moldova, in Chisinau. I am in Lviv, Ukraine, and there's this church here. It was once a Jesuit church. Now it is a, in 1946, the communists turned it into a book depository. In 2011, it was acquired by the Greek Catholic community of Lviv. And I was just in there, and I saw a whole bunch of Polish Catholic nuns over there. And yeah, no. So it's essentially, it's, if you go in, it looks like a Polish church. It was not designed as a Greek Catholic church, but it's Greek Catholic now. So it's got Byzantine iconography and all sorts of nice stuff that the Eastern Rite has. And yeah, no, we were just in there and we saw all those nuns come in. It was quite delightful. I think they're having a tour. And yeah, no, there's a lot of people in there, you know, just worshiping. It's very nice in there. There's scaffolds in there because the church is under renovation. We're just kind of in this square here in Lviv. There's a street down there. And no, I really like this city. I really like this city. So, oh, the nuns are leaving. They're off somewhere. We are in the town of Chisinau. This town is the local church here. It was originally a Greek Catholic church, but in the, I think it was the 40s, a bunch of Ukrainians who lived in this region were deported to other parts of the country. So there's a lot of Greek Catholic churches and Orthodox churches that are now Roman Catholic churches. And this town is where my mom's grandfather was born. His name was Anton, which is the Ukrainian equivalent of Anthony. And this church is entirely out of wood. It's actually open right now. I'm going to head inside. But there it is. No, I'm seeing so much of my family history this trip. I do have a German last name, but almost all of my ancestry, in fact, probably all my ancestry, is from Poland, Ukraine, and Russia. And this little Polish town, Miękrznowie, we're probably about 20 minutes away from the Ukrainian border. We crossed it earlier today. We had to wait about 5.5 hours at the border. I wasn't impressed. But here's the church. And we are with a distant cousin, and she's showing us around. But, no, it's a great experience being here. Good times. This is the town of Seniowe, where many of my mom's relatives, my mom's father's family, is pure Ukrainian, and they lived in this town here. And their last name is Senyo. And there were many Senyos here until the 1940s, when the Poles deported them into other parts of the country. By then, my ancestors were in Canada on the homestead, so dodged a bullet there, but no, it's where they were from. Hello, I'm just in Przebysz here. I'm sure I'm slaughtering the name. Poland certainly is a Catholic country. You got the Greek Catholic Cathedral here, the Greek Catholic. There's a Roman Catholic church over here. There's a Roman Catholic church over there, and a Roman Catholic cathedral over there. So within about 1 minute walk, you have 4 huge Catholic churches. I'm impressed, Poland. I am impressed. Well, it's my last evening in Ukraine. I depart for Canada tomorrow morning. 3 plane rides total. Very early start. But, yeah, no. Just in Lviv here, this has been an outstanding city. I mean, the 3 main cities I've been to in Ukraine, Kiev, Odessa, and Lviv, have been fantastic. This country's fantastic. I've got roots here on both sides of my family, and no, it's been a very good trip. It's been a good trip. So many churches here. I think Eastern Europe, I was in 3 countries, 4 if you want to count the fake country of Transnistria. But I was in Ukraine, Moldova, and Poland. And I just want to say, having been all over Western Europe, actually pretty much every country in Western Europe, I'm going to say the future of Europe is in the East, not in the West. The West has so many problems. I'm not saying they don't have problems out here, but 1, those problems are a lot less. 2, they have a bit more common sense in dealing with these problems. So yeah, this area is the future of Europe. I would say I would endorse this country for anyone traveling. So the next time you're thinking of taking a vacation, instead of going to France or Germany or places like that, I would recommend going to the Ukraine or Poland or Moldova or somewhere in Eastern Europe, because that's the future of Europe. It's not. But yeah, no, it's been a great vacation, and I hope that you've enjoyed these videos. And yeah, tomorrow is an early day and a long day, and I'm not looking forward to it, but it's got to be done. I loved Ukraine. Thank you so much, Ukraine, for being such a great country. I will be back. God bless.